My mission is to find a cure for Duchenne muscular dystrophy, no matter what it takes. Hello and welcome to The Hope Show. I'm your host, Jim Raffone. The show is inspired by James E. Raffone, powered by Adapting Social, and sponsored by All American Auto Group of Old Bridge, New Jersey, and the Al Fano Home Renovation Company. Today's guest is Chuckie G.
Yes.
Chuckie, welcome to the show, bro.
It's glad to be here,
Yeah,
Jim.
man. Good
glad
to see you.
Here. Very cool, man. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk to you. I had the chance to meet you recently in a LaTip group that I've gotten involved with, which I believe is fantastic.
Yes.
I'm excited to get involved too with the Jar of Hope and everything that it's all about. I want to talk more about that as well and just learn more about just the amazing things you're doing for your amazing boy, which is just fantastic.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm humbled. And what I've learned about this podcast is great because it's called The Hope Show, help other people excel. Mm-hmm. So today is about Chuckie and his event planning company, right?
Yep.
I had to hit the button before he did,
I love
right?
that. I got my own sound.
He's the hype master, so we got a little hype button for him. And so it's my honor to share what you do with everybody out there who watches the show. And I hope everybody reaches out to Chuckie G to help him plan your next event, because that's what this is all about, helping other people excel. So let's get right into it, right? Tell people, what is it you do? What range of events do you guys plan?
Great. It's awesome. And so Fresh New Angle Events was born out of a mission statement. And that mission statement is we want to empower fantastic professionals the opportunity to capture and create new memories for awesome people. The idea is let's be awesome together. Mm-hmm. And so, yes, our vehicle is entertainment, DJ entertainment, live musicians, photography, videography, production, right? And so we believe we have a house of brands inside my organization. Now our strength is the wedding industry. However, we are handling all types of events, from corporate events to teen events and everything in between. We're actually going to be running one of our amazing DJs, Mr. DJ Frost, right down the road at the Tradewinds restaurant is having a celebration tonight. You're not going to be probably hearing about this when you see it, but we're going to be talking about how amazing that event was the next time you see me. But you over there on my little behind-the-scenes camera, you might get the scoop. But tonight, he's going to be doing an event at the bar. It's not a bar. It's a really nice restaurant, and going to be playing music and enjoying. Tonight is a big night for people that want to go out and celebrate. Probably back in the day before we had all these responsibilities.
Yeah.
We were Thanksgiving Eve celebrants as well.
Right. Yeah. So everybody knows, today is Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, or a post-happy Thanksgiving. Hope it was wonderful. And so at the Tradewinds tonight, there's an event going on there?
Sure, exactly. Okay. And obviously, like I said, when you're going to be seeing this, happy belated Thanksgiving and happy holidays. We love you. But there's more to see and more to do. But that's the thing. We're all over. But weddings is our bread and butter. That's the business that I really grew up around and really fell in love with. And it's a wonderful industry, and we really get an opportunity to fulfill the expectations and the dreams of our brides and our grooms. It's fantastic.
That's great. Yeah. So I'm married 26 years now.
Wonderful.
And I remember like it was yesterday, my wedding. So what advice would you give those freshly, there's going to be a bunch of new engaged women in the next couple of days, right?
For sure.
So what advice would you give those ladies?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're 100% right. It's the holidays. It's the time where you start getting around family. It's easier to set up the surprise engagement party because people are in town, and it's
the engagement parties are those proposals, right?
Oh my gosh, exactly. Yeah. And it's the opportunity. And so yes, what happens is there is a big spike of people that get engaged, and they love that, and we love that, and that's when we're gearing up for big bridal show season. So we're on tour at sometimes 3 bridal shows in a day. We've spread our team up a little bit, and we're hitting up one South Jersey, one North Jersey, one in West Jersey, wherever. And we're out there kind of just keeping our brand relevant, and in front of their minds. And obviously the social media and the marketing and all that good stuff. But we are excited to go ahead and really help them map it out, because what we provide is an all-in-one opportunity, an all-in-one place you can go. You don't have to, but when you come to my store and you speak to one of my sales concierges, they're going to have the opportunity to understand your vision, to understand, what's going on in that beautiful mind. Some of you have been thinking about this for the last 10 years. Okay?
10 years. So the average age for a woman to get married these days is anywhere from 26 to 32. So they've been thinking about this since they're 4. So, because we dads, I have 2 daughters, and we treat them like princesses, and this is their day to be that Cinderella moment, right? So this is a long time this is brewing. So I love this concept where these ladies can go to you and plan out everything from the entertainment, because that is the biggest part of if your wedding affair has to go off well, because they're still talking about my wedding that was 26 years ago, how great it was, because nobody sat down while the dancing was going on, which was great.
We love that.
So you got to start with the DJ and the event planner, right? So you guys physically DJ. You have DJs in-house.
Absolutely. And you know what? And I listen, as a DJ MC personality, I want to agree with you, but I'm going to agree with you at the part that the entertainment does sort of make or break the event, but the real process starts even earlier. I really believe that when you meet with us and you get the education on what's happening and what's out there and what's available from all the different genres and styles and things that they got to do, we can absolutely put something in place. And photography is super important, super huge. And as a DJ guy, to say that sounds no bueno. Right. However, that's why when we created this house of brands, I understand. I'll walk you through, my team walks you through what it looks like from the beginning to the end. And the entertainment is the end. It's the middle and end. And we do wrap it all up and tie it all together. And we get a lot of credit for an amazing time. However, when you have a photography team like we have and a video team like we have, and they're spending 10, 12 hours with you, they're also like day of therapists for our bride and groom to get them through their day, to move them about the cabin so that when they get to me on the dance floor, they're ready to go. And so I pride myself on, with my company, being able to really bring the whole picture together, and the whole thing ends up being like a choreographed dance, because you have one side understands what the other side's trying to do. With entertainment, we're not playing your favorite song when we know you're getting the golden hour pictures. Right. Our photographers are keeping us in the loop, what was happening when you were taking pictures over at your prep and all that good stuff, and they're letting us know the secrets that we didn't know about the tracks that you were listening to and the music when you were getting ready and doing your hair and all that stuff, and all of a sudden that stuff shows up at the wedding. It's pretty cool. We got some secret ninja moves that you don't even know. They don't even show up in the box score, because we just deliver. People are like, oh, I get it. It makes sense even more now. Why? You're not the cheapest on the block, but you get what you pay for and then some.
What I love is how you're talking from experience, which means that you guys have been in the trenches. You've done this before. And I would even go as far as to say or assume, which I know you shouldn't do, is that people should schedule you for the engagement party as well as the wedding, because then you can bring both affairs together. Because we didn't do that. And you can tell that it was very choppy, but the process is one continuous stream. How far out should a bride these days start planning their wedding?
Sure. So basically, great question, Jim. It's basically 24 months. Kind of crazy. I'm booking weddings into 2027, and we're starting to sniff 2028. It's pretty crazy. Wow. It's wild. It's wild. Now, I would say 12 to 18 months is the norm, okay? But there are plenty of overachievers that just get after it and get going. And when they meet us at the shows or at this online and all these different places, they start to fall in love with the company as a whole and how we can deliver. And so we really checked the box. I met with somebody last night. We went through the whole thing, the DJ, the photography, the video. We mapped out what it could look like. And, they've got time before the wedding. However, I think they just see the sense of urgency when, to your point, they understand that we are experienced. The same way you saw that, and I appreciate you noticing the experience of me talking from experience. Because obviously that's not the case when you're starting out. And that doesn't mean that people starting out aren't fantastic, aren't great, and aren't even, could be better than us in certain areas. But when you are super solid at what you do, and you do have that experience, I could sit there and talk you through exactly how things are going to happen.
Right.
Before they do, and set up the scenarios and let you know when the kitchen's running behind, we know how to stall and this and that, and how to kind of like just bring it all together. Very neat.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
cool,
great.
man.
So I think at this point it's important. Where can people find you?
Yeah, great. So Fresh New Angle. You can find us at Fresh New Angle, one word, on the Instagram, Facebook, online, freshnewangle.com. You can also get there with FNAevents.com. Those are ways to kind of snoop around and see what's good. You can also come visit me at my office in Toms River, 1341 Route 9, Toms River, New Jersey.
And as you can see, will not be a boring time. You will enjoy your you'll enjoy your time when you spend with Chuckie G. So let's talk about the groom.
Yeah.
When I was getting married,
Okay.
I was kind of this ancillary person to this event. Has that changed, I hope, for these grooms these days?
It's funny because yes and no. There's still, it depends on, the dynamic of the family. I had someone last night, it was funny. I know these people, they're fantastic, and they actually go to my church, and the family's lovely, and they're wonderful. And when the groom-to-be was at the client meeting, we were talking about the possibilities of doing their wedding. Yeah, I don't think he said boo. And after it, I said, his name's DJ. I said, DJ, you gotta be quiet when we're trying to talk. And he was laughing. But no, there's involvement. There's a lot of grooms that are getting involved and voicing their opinions and talking about things. And we want transparency from both.
Right.
We send out a questionnaire, and this was brought to me by a gentleman who owns a video company, Happy Tears Production. We love John. John is amazing. He's a friend of our company. He's a friend of mine. We're allies. We refer business back and forth. It's really tremendous when, in theory, a competitor of mine loves to even refer me business. Well, it's just terrific. And we kind of work together. It's not like a brother sister company thing. It's just a good guy who's doing good work and also recognizes, what we do.
Right.
However, he introduced me to this questionnaire. And so when a client or a prospect comes in and they fill out a question, they fill out an opportunity to talk to us, we kind of hit them back with a questionnaire, and we ask them, hey, do me a favor, spend some time with your fiance. Answer these questions. Talk about yourself. Talk about your love story. We want to learn more about you and your fiance, and so we have a bit of a better knowledge of both of them. And I try to make it a point. I don't want to sit with you. I don't want to do a Zoom call unless both are on the call. I make very, very little exceptions.
That's great.
And they don't need to participate. They just got to be breathing and around.
Right.
Because this is a big investment. Whether you choose us for one service, 2, 3, 4 services, you're looking at anywhere from $2,000 to $14,000, depending upon which direction you're going to go, or anywhere in between. And I don't care who you are. You make all the decisions. You do this. You do that. That's a big one.
Right.
I want both parties to be invested in what we're doing.
Yeah, and I would go a step further and say you both need to be there because it's investment in these memories that hopefully you're going to do once in your life, and you'll have the rest of your life, because I can even tell you now, my daughters are 23 and 20, and my son is 16, and we still share what our wedding day was like, who was there, what the images look like. We got married at St. Pat's Cathedral in Manhattan. So for us, that was an iconic church to get married in, and we're very proud of that, and we want to share that with our children, and I'm sure you're going to want to as well. So you both should really share what your vision is like on that day, especially if someone like Chuckie is willing to listen and put your vision to work.
I love it. I have a fun little tip I say to the brides mostly. And again, it's not one size fits all. We have our brides and brides, our grooms and grooms, however, your love story is. But ultimately, there's usually somebody who makes the plans and makes the decisions, and that's a good thing. I've learned to yield a lot to my beautiful wife,
Right.
and I'm happier. It's funny. We were watching TV the other day, and we're together almost 10 years now, and we're married just about 9, and very blessed. And she says to me, we don't argue as much anymore. And I think it probably ended up leading to an argument. So that, probably found a way to kind of derail that at some point. But, she's right. And, a lot of that comes down to learning, whether or not I want to be a right fighter or if I want to be happy. And, it's funny. Even when I think I'm right, I'm usually wrong. So I'm better off just keeping it quiet. But I tell my brides, sometimes, we're booking everything and we're doing things, and they're like, oh, I want to add Dancing on the Clouds, or I want to do this, I want to do that. And, or something, a bigger ticket item, the photo booth, it's an extra $1,000, say. And I'm like, well, I see the fiance or the groom kind of squirming in the seat or whatever, and I'm like, listen, no sweat that right now. Let's take care of what we have to do. Let's secure the talent. The next time your fiance wants to do the golf trip or the thing with the buddies, just remind him that's cool. We're gonna have the Dancing on the Clouds on our wedding. It's fun. We want some of that time too. It's a barter. Life's a barter as well.
Now, you're talking to obviously a dinosaur here. What's Dancing on the Clouds?
Whoa, I love that you said it. So it's this pretty cool effect now. So, remember the day it used to be fog, a fog machine? Well,
Right.
fog is hot, heats up, and it rises. So that was an issue with a lot of the venues because, well, it could set off the fire alarm.
No kidding.
Because you would have the heat rising, and then that cloud effect, or that which is fun,
Sure.
ends up covering you anyway because it goes up.
Right.
So they created a technology using dry ice. Well, what we do is we bring this pretty awesome machine out, and we heat it up, and it gets hot. The machine gets hot. Then right when the first dance is about to happen, we chop up the ice. We have that all broken up. Usually the dry ice is kind of in little pellet forms, and we kind of slowly lower it into the hot machine, dump the basket, and then this amazing cloud just bursts out of this
Interesting.
machine. Pretty cool. And it stays right around the waist and dissipates around the feet. It's terrific.
Awesome. Dancing on the Clouds.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and it really does create that vibe. It's usually a one-time shot, usually during the first dance, or we just did it recently as an ending to the party. Something that I think could become a trend was really neat. They got into a big circle and sort of ended the party on the clouds, and that was kind of done. And we think that might be a trend that we could start. However, it's a really cool feature, and it's like a $500 add-on. It's a good time, and it's definitely great for pictures and all that good stuff.
Well, it doesn't sound expensive, but given your personality and your energy that you bring to an event, I'm sure you could start any trend you want. So give it a shot.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Chuckie,
Yeah,
right? Who are you, right? I heard you're married 9 years now.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Your beautiful bride. Do you guys have children?
Yeah, so we do. We have our little Charlie Hype, my little boy.
Junior. I
Oh my
love
God, it's very cool. I'm very excited. He's 7, gonna be 8.
Okay.
And it's easy for us to remember our anniversary and all that stuff because we just think, how old is Charlie? And it's 7, 8, 9.
Right.
8, 9, 10 years. So basically, my wife and I, we met just about 10 years ago in April. Both a little bit older at the time, in our early 30s to mid 30s. And, you kind of got beaten up a little bit with life, and you sort of saw the things that worked and the things that didn't. And I think when we found each other, we aligned first on our faith in Jesus. That was a big deal for us. And then, yeah, she's a hottie. So, I remember praying to God. I was like, I want a sexy, simple Christian woman. And he delivered. He said, ask all things in my name and it shall be given to you according to his will. And guess what? We got it. And so
God
then,
bless.
it's been a blessing. It's been amazing. Our family's terrific. I love everybody, the in-laws. It's really special. And she gets along with our whole group. Like, it really is cool. I'm very, very blessed. And then Charlie came about basically a year later. And it's been wonderful. Can't wait to get back and play soccer with him in the basement and do the thing. And we have also nieces and nephews. So we have Damien, we have Ariana, and Liam. Now these 3 superhuman beings, they're just they're just the best, and they are really almost like our kids as well. My wife has been there since day one. I got to come into the picture 10 years ago, so I got to see these little superstars when they were about 3, 7 and 9, or something around that age. And so I got to sort of grow up with them and watch them start going through their phases. And little Liam, he's got a real safe, good environment that he's in all the way out in Wisconsin with his other aunt and uncle. But it's where he needed to go to flourish. So we make sure we visit our Liam as much as we can. He's a superstar. And then we still have our Damien and Ariana who are in Forked River. Damien's a successful barber now, working at his father's barbershop. And then Ariana.
Let's give the barbershop a plug.
All right. So Fades and Finesse. So right now, no bueno. But after this podcast, we're going to transform with my man DD. Damien Dante is going to give me the tight fade at Fades and Finesse.
They do shaves?
They do it
going
all.
down there for
They're
shaves?
really cool. Down there in the almost Forked River, but over in the Babel side of things.
Okay.
Good stuff, good spot. And there's a cool pizzeria across the street I like. But then our Ariana, she's been living with us now, and she's thriving. She's getting to be, a 19-year-old, like a 19-year-old should be. She's got a protected place to kind of be. I believe, she's thriving, she's working, she's doing her thing, she's being a kid, and we're excited. You're not going to know about this, but we're having them all over for Thanksgiving. We're hosting Thanksgiving. We're going to have all the cousins sleep over in the basement like when they were little, set up the video games and just keep it awesome with them. I'm pumped. I love my life. I love my family, and I just appreciate what God has given me. And I'd love to hear more about what you got going on. I mean, I know this is about me right now, but
this is all about Chuckie.
All right, fine. I'll allow it for now, but I just want you to know that learning more about your story. I'm not going to get into too much because I'll start crying. But I just love you and what you're doing for your family. You're an inspiration. And I want to be a man like you as I continue to grow and move through this thing. And I don't know you long, but I love your heart. So good work.
Well, thank you. And I love the commonalities that we have, is especially steep in faith, which is great, which drives me to do what I do. I think I've been led to this through my son. God lost his only begotten son, right? And if he could, well, how am I any different? So, but I believe that my son has been given this plight so that I would get involved to fight for other children with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which is a 100% fatal muscle wasting disease that does not have a cure. And I'm actually trying to find the words, because having a son, your only son, and at that age is just about the age at 4 when Jamesy got diagnosed. And I feel bad. I don't want you to put yourself in my shoes, because it's a bad place to be, to know that there's something wrong with your son and you can't fix it. It's very heartbreaking and emasculating at the same time. But that's why we fight as hard as we fight, is for our children.
Yeah, Jim, you're on the tip of my tongue. I like think about, after I've met you, I think about that, and it just makes me even hold on tighter. It makes me appreciate even more, and I also understand that we're not guaranteed anything. I also understand that we are not exempt. I also understand that anything can happen at any moment, at any time, with my little one, with my big ones, with my parents, with everybody, and with me. Okay, and so I get it. So I wake up and I'm just thankful for another day, and I also know that trials and tribulations are going to come. I don't know how I'm going to react. I like to think that I'm going to get stronger in my faith, but you don't know. But at the end of the day, that just is a reminder that hold on to your team, hold on to your loved ones, and be kind and be gracious and be thankful, because, like I said, you're not guaranteed anything, but we are praying for a miracle, okay, for little man, okay? We are praying for a complete turnaround. You understand me? But we are also leaning on God's word that he works all things out for good, whatever that looks like.
Right.
Whatever that looks like. And I'm not going to preach, God forbid, anything, this, that, the third. I'm just going to love you, because there's no words, and I'm here for you, big dog.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
On that note, great segue into one of the things you will be helping out with, right? So along with just praying, right, you're actually taking action, right? Which is huge because we just met, right? Full transparency here on the show. Maybe is it 4 weeks?
Maybe it's 4 weeks.
Right, maybe.
That's it.
And you jumped right into action. And I'm going to share a little secret with everybody right now is that we are going to be planning a 5K in Brick Township, sponsored by the Brick Tip, which my good man is a part of. And, I'm truly grateful to everybody in the organization and the group that jumped on board to help me roll this 5K out. It's a 5K 1 mile walk.
And we're doing it on April
18th is the tentative date.
And we are super excited. What Jim was saying, we have a Latip group that's buzzing. We've got some really awesome emerging leaders, entrepreneurs, people from all different areas of business that are part of this group, and it's buzzing. And the Latip group is great. The idea is to really promote each other and help each other kind of succeed and strive. And Jim and I were talking earlier about it's almost as if we have a new board of directors to sort of help us bounce ideas off of each other and all this. It's really phenomenal. The way that other people want to get involved and help and even share wisdom with me is just giving me trust to say, I just want to give all I got to others. And yes, when getting this walk run together is going to be the joy of me and my team and so many others. And it's an opportunity, obviously, to be involved in our community, but also to get behind this fantastic cause. And you better believe MC Chuckie Hype is going to be, we're going to bring the hype at that event. We're going to be setting it up. It's going to be fantastic. But we're also going to be, raising some money. We're going to be doing some big things. And we're going to be bringing awareness to this disease that affects 1 in 35,000 boys in the world. Is that right?
1 in 3,500 male births per year.
I'm sorry. 3,500. I mean, that's... Just imagine, again, I don't want to put this on this, but that's your kid. Like, that's tough. We got to go. We got to bring awareness. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, man. Yeah. We're going to do it.
And the shame of it is it's a fraternal disease, which means basically just boys get this. There's 3 or 4 girls in the world that have it. I don't want to discredit the girls, but basically boys only get this. And it's humiliating how this all falls apart, this disease. I don't want to get into that. What I want to focus on is the positivity on what this young man is doing for this event and how it's going to benefit. If you're listening and you are a charity, you want to reach out to me because your charity is involved and you can use this event to raise money for yours as well. It's not just for Jar of Hope. We're even going to use some of the funds that are raised to leave in Brick Township. We want to create something that's strong and lasts a long time for the people in Brick Township, for children with disabilities. So there's a lot that's going to be, or a lot of people are going to be benefiting from this event, so you're going to want to be a part of it. And you can come out and see Chuckie at the event, especially if you're a bride or someone who wants to have a corporate event and use Chuckie down the line for something. Get to see the man in action.
I love that I love how you want to be inclusive and bring in other charities as well. This is fantastic. This is not, like, I don't know the ugly of things, okay? I would imagine that business is business, right? And like charities are charities. And I could imagine there's competition and things like that. I'm a little naive because I believe in the good in everybody. I see the good. I think it's good that I have my wife who helps me at the times kind of see if there's something that's a little fishy. However, I love that you're just like, bring it, come here. Let's promote awareness to it all, right? Let's go bring awareness to what is happening in the world. It's also going to be, Autism Month, and I would encourage, some groups to reach out to me, reach out to Jim, and figure out how we can kind of just parlay this into a team effort. Let's be a rising tide, right? That raises all boats. Why not?
Right. I totally agree with that. And I believe the good Lord has given me the voice to help other families, right? Because I've come to realize my son, is as bad as this is, there's other families out there that have 1, 2, 3, 4, and even 5 sons with Duchenne. So I have to be the guy to help those other families, right? And there's other indications where it's just as harmful, the disease, and those moms and dads, maybe they don't have or do what I can do, right? So why can't I help them? I should help them. And that's what this race is going to do. This event is going to be put on. Like you said, it's going to be all inclusive. But don't think, oh my God, look what they're doing and they're going to take money away from us. Here's a staggering statistic. So in 2013, when I created the Jar of Hope, there were 3,400 charities in Monmouth County. Today, there's over 5,000 charities. So talk about competition, which charities should not see each other as competition. But the sad thing is the dollar can only go so far. Donor fatigue is a real thing. People can only give to so many. So at the end of the day, are we competing for dollars? We are. Is one mission stronger than the other? No. It's just who you know, your network of people. So if I can open up my network to your network, I think at the end of the day, that's what the good Lord wants us to do, is to help each other. And that's why the podcast is called Help Each Other Excel.
I love it. Yeah. It's so good. It's so good, Jim. And, I just am so blessed and grateful to just meet others like you, and especially you. I'm pumped. I like life, man. I like what we're doing. I like how we're trying to do life together. I tell people, we're all each other's people. Yeah. Rob behind the camera there, these are our people. Everybody on this planet is the people that God gave us to work with, to figure it out with.
Right.
Like we're the humans that are here. Whether it's the 50 years, behind us and 50 years ahead of us, there's a nucleus of people that are our people, and we have to figure out how to make life happen and do good with our people.
Right. And I not to get nostalgic or talk about history, but in the world, in the last 200 years America's been here, this is the easiest of times people have had it. Right? So if we can't come together now, where there's no civil war, there's no revolutionary war, there's no, Indian Spanish War.
Yeah.
If we can't do this now and work with each other now, when and what period of time are we going to be able to help each other?
You're 100% right. And really, our country is awesome. Like, we do have one heck of a country, and the opportunity is only bigger and better. I mean, whether you like it or not, people didn't like the internet, right, when it first came out, and we're like, what do we do? And all of a sudden, a bunch of millionaires are popping up, right, at the .coms and this and that. And guess what? The AI thing, right? I'm like, I'm trying to be more aggressive with it, learn it, but it's a real thing. We need to embrace technology. We need to embrace these things. We have to learn how to use the tools that are out there, and there's going to be a lot more money that's going to be floating around in our country between, the younger people that are taking advantage of this, and good on you, and having awareness and having a philanthropic, I can't say it.
Philanthropic.
Thank you. Having that spirit is wonderful, and I believe that's a real spirit that is going to get only bigger and better. I do believe that the youth is getting it. These YouTubers and stuff that do their thing. There's a lot of them that just giving. They give. And I believe the book that I'm reading now is called The Family First Entrepreneur. And what I love about this book is it kind of contradicts what I was taught about being an entrepreneur. That you have to grind, 60, 70 hours a week, build, and then you can rest. They're talking about you've got to prioritize your faith, family, and your friends with your business and your time. You've got to put the work in. You've got to push the plow, okay? Right. However, if you can still build a big business by empowering others and by grabbing time back for what matters, because we can't get the time back. I don't need to tell you that. No. We can't get the time back. So, what are we doing? Am I going to try to just build this, super mega company at the sacrifice of not being available for my son and my wife?
Right.
Now, I got to go to work. The wifey said, hey, go to work a little bit. We got to work, but we also got to make that time. And so the Family First Entrepreneur is the mindset that's being taught now to our up-and-coming entrepreneurs, which is going to create an environment of people caring about people. I see it.
No, and I agree with that. Growing up in the 70s, you might be an 80s baby, right? Yep. Growing up in the 70s, I saw that with my father. But then, they say it was the culture coming out of the wars and so on and so forth. But in the 70s, my father worked around the clock. And he was never home, but they accepted that back then. And I made a pledge to myself, and at the moment I had kids, and we got to realize the kids don't ask to be here. We want these children. So it's our responsibility to pour into our children what they need.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that's basically my philosophy. But I agree with you. Several things. People don't like change. Like you mentioned, the advent of the internet. You know, people wanted the snail mail versus the Insta mail. And
Phone book.
Right. If the phone book is long gone, so, I don't know if your generation.
I was AV Entertainment at one point because I wanted to be at the top of the thing.
That's true. That's how people name their business. So they would be in the phone book.
AAA Plumbing.
Yeah. So it's changed, and I think the new wealth that's going to be created, and it's coming with the younger generation, even though the older Wall Street guys are struggling to embrace it and is going to be the fiat. The fiat system is going away, and it's going to be all this tokenized crypto sensation, and not to go down that road.
Sure, but it's America, man. We got a good opportunity here.
We have tremendous opportunity in this country.
And it's our job to seize it. It's our job to go get it. And, I'm excited about that culture. I mean, there's the other culture of just staying in the screens, but we'll figure all that stuff out as well.
If you're a crypto guy out there, give me a call, james@jarofhope.org. We want to have you on the show. I love talking about this whole new crypto, rails, and decentralized everything, de-fiat, or whatever it's called. Let's have a conversation about it. Sorry.
I love that. No, that's fantastic.
Yeah, dude, it's what's coming. Like, you're going to get paid in cryptocurrency if you're not accepting it. Right? Jar of Hope accepts crypto, Bitcoin. Do you want to make a donation of Bitcoin? We'll take it, right? And that's just the way it's going.
It's impressive, and that's why when I created our mission statement, it's timeless. It doesn't matter what business I do, right? Because the whole idea is, like I said, empower fantastic professionals, and in this case, capture and create new memories for awesome people. The whole idea of empowering fantastic professionals, the vehicle happens to be an event company. However, the vehicle could be a plumbing company. The vehicle could be an AI company. The bottom line is, who are you surrounding yourself with? Who am I surrounding myself with that can go ahead and use their amazing skills, their brain power, to help elevate their career and ultimately raise up our company? And so to that point, I need to get involved with the people that might be a little bit younger, that understand the crypto, that understand these different things, to kind of bring that to my attention, to sort of help me be in that space. And I'm open to it. That's the idea. Is the only way we all can move forward and scale and grow is to be around people that know more than you. I need to go around and meet people. That's what my superpower is. I need to go out and give hope, spread joy, and spread good vibes, and see what happens from there.
Well, here we go. I'm going to offer you a challenge. Usually, I challenge people to run what we used to run 171 miles in the desert.
Woo!
I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you were in the group when I left. In September, I ran 171 miles over 7 days to raise awareness for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And but I want to offer you a challenge.
Okay.
When you guys are part of these bridal shows, do you tend as a vendor, or are you the guy who puts on the show?
Wow, great question. So for the most part, we have the microphone, and I have a captive audience for a segment of my showcase. The way it typically goes is, for about an hour or so, you're walking around, you're talking to the different vendors. I'll be on the microphone making certain announcements about what's happening at the event, and kind of getting people excited about the prizes and the things that are going to be given away. We do all of that, and then at about, let's say, an hour or so in, there might be a little fashion show. There could be some cool things that are happening. And then I get a chance to get on a mic, show about 15 minutes of fun. I get everyone having a good time, whether it's lightly attended or heavily attended.
Right.
We make fun happen. I don't care if it happens to be a show where the weather's bad and 10 people show up. They get a show. Or 50 people show up, or 100 people. And I get a chance to kind of show them my DJs, fun, this, that, the third. And yes, we have a nice captive audience. And I believe, see where you're going with this, but there could be a nice opportunity to kind of parlay some of the things we're doing.
So I love your synergy. I'm going to challenge you. I would love to put on a bridal fashion show with you. We host a show. We bring in the vendors. We bring in the brides. We bring in the grooms, because grooms should be a part of this event as well.
Yes.
And we create one of the best fashion shows that go on.
I love it. And I have the person that I can put.
I beat you to it.
I have the person that I connect you with as well,
Okay.
who's got the experience, and the know-how behind these bridal shows.
Done.
And just to be a solid friend. Her name is Brenda. We love you, Brenda. Elegant Bridal Productions. She's one of a few different amazing bridal show companies that we work with. We also work with American Bridal and Planet Expo, and they do a great job as well. But Elegant Bridal Show, we've been together working on the majority of our shows together for years now, and she puts together a really nice show, and she's interactive, and she loves the fashion show part of it. She is a beautiful woman who is just a great soul too. So I'll connect you with Brenda. I think it'll be a good situation.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Look for it in 2026. Anybody who knows me knows that if I say something, we're going to get it done. 2026, I don't know when, what time of the calendar year is the best time, but between Chuckie and Brenda, we're going to make it happen. All right.
You heard it here first.
Tell them where they can find Chuckie D.
All right. Once again, it's Fresh New Angle Events. You can find us on the socials at Fresh New Angle, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, aka Facebook. Whatever you want to do, it's all good. Obviously, you can hit us up 844-373-7411, or it's 848 Fresh 11. What? We did that.
Awesome.
All good. Life is good. Life is great. I want to encourage everybody to go out there, be kind, spread joy, find a way to help somebody. It's a good thing. It's better to go through this life, just being a good person, helping some people out than not. I would just encourage you all to just be good, man. Be kind and apologize. It's easy. It's easy. Just say I'm sorry when you make a boo-boo. Own it. Take responsibility and get back up and get better. Let's go.
Awesome. Great piece of advice.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Chuckie G is here with us at the Hope Show. Again, inspired by Jamesy, powered by Adapting Social, and sponsored by All American Auto Group in Old Bridge and the Alfano Home Renovation Company.
My mission is to find a cure for Duchenne muscular dystrophy, no matter what it takes.